truth seekers, welcome back. Zach here. April 3rd, 2017. A little later today, the Men's College Basketball Championship, Gonzaga facing North Carolina. Just last night, I put out a video on the first ever March Madness. The Men's College Basketball Tournament began in 1939, but 1985 was the first March Madness, the 64-team field, and the upset that year was Villanova over Georgetown, who Patrick Ewing was the star player of. So we're going to talk about why Patrick Ewing is being announced as the head coach of Georgetown today, the date of the college championship. This is another shining example of how the world of professional and collegiate sports is all ritual in the numbers. So before we get to Patrick Ewing's hiring today, just a quick refresher in case you missed last night's video. 1985 was the first March Madness, the field of 64 teams. Villanova upset the major favorite Georgetown with a late shot. The score was tied 64-64 before Villanova won it. Notice, March Madness has gematria of 64, just like Villanova Wildcats, just like Georgetown Hoyas. 64. And the star player in this game was Patrick Ewing, whose name in gematria also sums to 64. Patrick Ewing. So, again, one more point I want to make about this. The first March Madness was in the 47th edition of the men's tournament. It was hosted in Rupp Arena, which has the gematria of 47 like foundation. The first Super Bowl season of the NFL was the 47th season. The first basketball championship for professional basketball in the year 47. Also, it was 1985. Basketball in gematria sums to 85. With regards to Villanova, they've only won the tournament twice, 85 and 2016, 31 years later. Keep in mind that Villanova and Georgetown are both Catholic schools, and as I've explained, the Catholics have major influence over the world of professional sports, especially basketball. Almost every basketball player in professional basketball went to either a Catholic high school or a Catholic college. Last year's tournament, Villanova winning was a big tribute to the Catholic Pope. Go back and see my work on it. Anyhow, here we have the Jesuit Catholic school facing North Carolina today. We'll see what happens later. But I just want you to see all these things about Patrick Ewing's name. Patrick Ewing, again, sums to 71, like March Madness, like Catholic, also like Gonzaga, the Catholic school playing later today. Patrick Ewing, as we just talked about, has the gematria of 64, like Georgetown Hoyas, like March Madness. They lost with 64 in the first ever March Madness. Gonzaga Bulldogs also have the gematria of 64. Patrick Ewing, Gonzaga Bulldogs also have a connection. I went back to see what years Patrick Ewing all played at Georgetown. He played 4 years there. His senior year was the year they lost to Villanova, the 85 tournament. He then went to the NBA. He was also part of the Georgetown team that won their tournament championship in 1984. 84 was 33 years ago this year. And remember, tonight's tournament in Glendale, Arizona on the 33rd parallel. Glendale equals 33. Glendale, Arizona coordinates. 33rd parallel. Tonight, North Carolina has a chance to win its 33rd game. South Carolina Lady Cocks just won last night, winning their 33rd game. However, last night they played in Dallas, not on the 33rd parallel. But it will be interesting if both Carolina teams win with 33 wins on the season. North Carolina wins tonight. It'll be their 33rd win. We'll see what happens. But no doubt, this is a ritual. Patrick Ewing's hiring by Georgetown on the date of the championship. It's all tributes. So I'll link last night's video. If you're not subscribed here, be sure to subscribe. I put out a lot of information. I decode all the propaganda, all the rituals going on in the media. Stuff the world deserves to know about. You know, so many people, they want to dismiss this work. They want to say it's all coincidence. I don't know, Truth Seeker. I don't know what it is about the common man. They sure are scared of the truth. But here it is. Plain as day. Manchurian athletes, scripted sports, rituals. That's the point to take away. You know, it's no coincidence that Patrick Ewing sums to 64 like Georgetown Hoyas. He's the star player of the team. They lose with 64 points. This is what's going on in the world. Rituals, breeding of human beings for positions from college teams to professional teams to political office. There's stuff going on in this world that people need to know about. Until next time, True Seekers.